Ooh, yeah. I dare to be different. 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 I dare. I dare. I dare to be different. I dare to be different. I want to welcome you back to Dream Chasers Radio right here on YouTube, Vimeo, Roku, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spreaker, Spotify, TuneIn, Anchor, Deezer. I mean, iHeartRadio, we're everywhere. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you so much for everything that you've been doing for this station. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the people who have come on and shared their stories with us and inspired us to go forward and to do the things that we really thought we could do. And that is be a dream chaser. Why not? So, look. I need you to go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's Dream Chasers Radio. Subscribe, because I only have like 70 something subscribers on YouTube. However, my Vimeo and my Roku are going 18,000, 18 something, 20,000. So I know you guys are out there. So go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe to the Vimeo channel as well. That's Yaya Diamond TV. I want to again say that we have the best guests here on Dream Chasers Radio. I'm biased. I am. I'm biased. And there's no one that could tell me any different. And I have a wonderful guest today. I'm going to go ahead and say, please tell everybody who you are and what you do, please.
Hello, world. My name is D. Jones, the General, and I am an international artist and entertainer.
Sweet. So how did you get started?
I got started. I've been doing music for as long as I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
But I officially got started in the entertainment industry right out of high school. I got signed to an international label that started in Panama. It was actually a part of the first reggaeton label. The founder of the first reggaeton label, or the founder of the reggaeton movement.
Mm-hmm.
He's the padre de reggaeton, or the father of reggaeton. His name was Michael Ellis,
Mm-hmm.
and he found me. I was doing some work. I finished high school, and I just started recording. I went to college. I went to East Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
here in North Carolina, and started recording my own project. And by the time by the time I was done with my first year in college, I was getting contacted to work with different teams, the production teams and labels. And when I met with him,
Mm-hmm.
everything kind of checked out, and we started working together, and we
Wow.
started putting together music, and that's where I learned a lot of the international stuff. Because at first I just was, hip hop, R&B. I had a little flavor, a little Latin flavor just by
Mm-hmm.
default, but once I linked up with him, he started showing me the international aspects of music
Mm-hmm.
and just the impact that music has and the power that it has, to change
Wow.
cultures and bring people together. Yeah.
Wow. So you got bit by a serious bug.
Yeah, yeah, very early in my career. Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh. So, back in the day, it used to be different though. Record labels ruled. Now it's different, it's totally different. And
Right.
even now within the last year, within the last 3 months, things have changed. How have you had to adapt?
Um really just probably become a little more self-sufficient
Mm-hmm.
within the industry. So the first thing I do is always look for more information and knowledge on what's going on in the industry, within the
Mm-hmm.
industry. Ever since it's changed drastically due to streaming,
Oh, yes.
um, it's pretty much been a consistent, battle with that. Ever since that, I think that was the last major change, was like the streaming change.
Mm-hmm.
And now you got YouTube and videos, and you have just streaming networks for movies now. So
Mm-hmm.
now that get interesting with like sync placements and things like that. But my main thing was just learning how the business works, because
Mm-hmm.
once you learn how the business works, you can always adapt.
Yeah.
So I spent
Yeah.
a lot of time figuring out marketing and sales of music and how how to create a brand.
Hmm. In the beginning, were you, I mean, because some people are hesitant to compare themselves to anyone, or they're not so confident about their skills enough to say that they're great or they could be great. What was your experience like, getting better and growing up in the music industry and in yourself?
Um, I'd say probably one of the biggest things will probably being humble,
Mm-hmm.
because there was a lot of stuff I had to learn that I thought I might have known. I'm a big learner anyway, but it's some things that everybody still thinks they know, and you learn as you go. So
Yeah.
me being humble helped me learn a lot because there was a
Mm-hmm.
lot to learn. And if you're not open, you won't learn it, because it takes a lot of trial and error to
Mm-hmm.
do anything, but with music especially, because it's always changing, like you said. So I
Yeah.
think that was the biggest thing, just to get that learning curve
Mm-hmm.
will probably be the main thing for me. Yeah.
Mm. Being humble, it's hard sometimes for certain characters. If you have that characteristic
Yeah.
where that you're good and
Mhm.
you say it, people take it out of context sometimes. What have people taken out of context with you? And has there ever been something that has been taken out of context?
Um, Let me see. I don't really think it's anything have been taken out of context with me, but there has been a lot of speculation and interest on my music, because I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, here in America, but my music is international and it's heavily influenced by the Latin Caribbean cultures.
Mm.
Um, so I think that's probably the biggest thing with me.
Hmm.
So
Why is
people,
that?
uh, one, because like you said, I've been bitten by that bug. So now you can see the effects of it. It's like
Yeah.
when I'm doing music. First of all, that's kind of the first type of music I gravitate towards.
Mm.
Just because I've built it within my brand, so it's more of a
Okay.
brand for me more
Mm-hmm.
than anything. But when that happens, now you have an artist that you see, that you hear,
Mm-hmm.
but you're still intrigued.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's just that they don't expect it to come from me per
Mm.
se.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something that like I've been doing this for probably about 14 years now. So
Okay.
I was way ahead of my time with
Mm-hmm.
the wave. As you can tell in music now, everybody's doing Caribbean,
Yeah.
Latin, everybody's doing that type of music. So
Mm-hmm.
when somebody hears my music, it's a breath of fresh air, but also they wanna hear more because
Mm-hmm.
it's so embedded in the culture just because I've been doing it for so long. So
Right.
I think that's the interesting part about me. And then people, I don't think they take it out of context, but I just think they probably want to know more. I've gotten a lot from my music. Like
Mm-hmm.
certain people want to hear certain things from it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's funny. That gives me a lot of input. And I
Mm-hmm.
know I already have planned on the sound that they're asking me for. It's just not what I have already released. So that's a
Right.
good thing that they're looking for it and they're
Yeah.
getting something from listening to my music that they want more of it. So that's what I've been getting a
Definitely.
lot of recently. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. And people don't understand, a lot of people gravitate towards things that, they like. And
Yep.
if you can do it, it's even better.
You're
Wow, wow.
right about that.
So tell me, you just had a new release. Tell me about that.
Yes. More Fire. Just
Mm-hmm.
released the single More Fire.
Okay. And
Yep.
did you write that? How did that come about?
Yes, I wrote it. I wrote it. It more so came about with the political climate
Mm,
within the past year and a half. So there was just a lot before this recent thing that just kind of happened. It
mm-hmm.
was just a lot going on with um just the minority communities in America. I mean, we
Mm-hmm.
already we already have some problems that are kind of ongoing, which are
Mm.
there. But then
Oh yeah.
there was the big thing with the Latin community and the uh, camps that they
Mm,
were doing at the borders.
mm,
So it was inspired a little by that from the video, from the visual perspective. It was inspired by that. just bringing that to the forefront as a cause on the political side.
Nice.
But the song itself just comes from it really just comes from being a person that can provide an answer, to questions that may be out there, and to provide motivation for people, going through everything. So that's what it's more about being that person and finding what's inside of you that can help somebody else.
Wonderful,
So that's
wonderful.
more, that's more what it's about ultimately.
Wow.
Yeah.
And okay, so with everything said and done, what would be the biggest advice that you would give to someone coming up in this day and time?
I would say stick to who you are and
Mm-hmm.
then make the brand.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I would put it. Stick to who you are. Find out who you are if you don't know. And then once you do find out, stick to it and then make that your brand. Build everything around that. Because at that point, you wouldn't be stressing to upkeep your brand or to even scale your brand. You'll be able to, incorporate all kind of marketing tactics and anything you need to help you succeed if you first know who you are and then build your brand around that versus finding something you want to do and then building your brand around that,
Right.
because it's not going to last that long. So you want to find out what you do, even if you can relate to, that's fine. So if you find something that you like to do and then you find something that you're good at and you figure out how to merge that or find what you could do within that, then that's even better. But at first you have to know who you are and what you want to do
Right.
wholeheartedly, and then from there you can scale it.
Nice, nice. Well, where can people reach you? Where can they hear the song?
So it's out everywhere now. On all streaming services. The video's out on YouTube, and everywhere you go, it's gonna be D. Jones the General. So that's gonna be Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. D. Jones the General. And the
Awesome.
new single is More Fire, and you can also check out My Tingling, which was the previous release, both out on YouTube. The videos.
Nice, nice. Well, I want to thank you so much. D. Jones, the General. Let me see. I appreciate the fact that I finally got you. You're so
Yes.
busy. It's so cool to have you. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. I
Oh, no
appreciate you.
problem. No problem. Hey, guys, you know the drill. All of his information will be in the description box below. And if you're looking, you'll see his name during this, also his Instagram. So all you have to do is just go ahead and go to D Jones the General on Instagram or anywhere. Go listen to that music. I'm telling you, what? You got to go listen to the music. But again, right below here in the description box, all of his information will be there. And please go subscribe, like, join, comment, play the music.
Yo, your boy D Jones, the General. Salute to the world, and you are tuned into Yaya Dreams Radio. Let's go.
What? See you guys later. Don't forget to dare to be different.
I dare to be different. I dare to be different. I dare to be different. I dare to be different. I dare. To be different. I dare to be different.